became Phil Avocado in the previous podcast, right? So now it's so much branding. Avocado is one of the most versatile foods in the world. So it's showcasing the versatility of the human ability. So it's from me doing stand up, which is kind of still on the back burner, which I still just love making people laugh. But then there's also silly ass sketches that I make. There's also I had that going on Snapchat for a little bit. I was doing the old podcast. That was the GYST Get Your Shit Together podcast. And that one kind of fell out. That was a lot of fun. I would just go out and drive Uber, connect with the community, and ask different questions of what you would want to discuss during the podcast. So just kind of bringing the community together to kind of have fun and discuss silly things. And then the band was more or less like, all right, well, I've been rapping for a long time and I want to kind of go to the next level with that. So met some people I could create music with, and that's where I really kind of found a home with, just because there's 6-7 of us and we all have like the passion to create something that is bigger than ourselves. And yeah, that was probably the main points. But Phil Avocado in itself is creating a brand that showcases versatility. It's letting people know that they can become whatever they choose to be, whatever they think they. Avocado can be beer. It can be good for your skin. They can what avocado break, like I don't even know, man. I seen people take avocado seeds and make little art out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen them do that.
So there's so many different things. So many different things you can do with it. So just versatility.
Phil's my brother. So every time he does shit like this, I just go, all right, bro.
I've been doing it for a while.
You've been doing it. This one's stuck.
Yeah,
this one's stuck. I've been there through all the turns. I was there.
All the different brands.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was at Team Flex.
Oh yeah, Team Flex was there. Yeah, it was not branded well, obviously. I mean, the content was there, but Team Flex was there. That was
I was with him. I've been with him for a minute, because when I meet you, Phil, I met you homecoming. I met you at homecoming 2003 when I gave you a ride home after the game.
Yes,
because Nick Jackson told me, "Hey, can you give my boy Phil a ride home?"
Yeah, that was.
And you know what's the craziest thing? I tell people this shit all the time. I gave him a ride home that day, and that nigga didn't get out my car for 5 years. I gave him a ride home, like and he didn't leave my car for 5 years. I drove him everywhere for 5 years.
He adopted me, man.
Yeah, we were up and down the damn roads, man.
I'm a little bit younger, but he was like, yo, I'm just going to, we just going to do whatever. And I was like, all right, I'm with it. Send it. Let's go.
Yeah, man. But we've had a blast, man. And again, man, I'm with you with it all, man. The Avocado's anonymous thing, man. Everything.
The Guac Gang is the new shit. We just got the logo done for that, so that was gonna be cool. That was So the band is like 6 pieces, but we can operate with about 3 pieces because we have DJs, synth players, we have flute players, singers, vocalists. Like so, it's you can operate with just 3 people, but the max I think we played with is about 7. We actually had a guest beatboxer one time. It's all on YouTube. It's on the
just depends if you want a box or a bucket.
Somebody play the jug. You got a guy going.
Oh yeah, they do. They got this dude named Boxera, and he sits on a box and he bangs a box.
Y'all sound like the biggest hippie damn commune.
He's not actually in the band, but I'm just saying.
It sounds like everything you see at like what is that Gallery
Did you
Place?
Just pick him up at Gallery Place. It sounds like you just like.
I was like, hey yo, get in the car, bro. Let's go. We about to be rich, boy. Let's go.
You'll have a real drum one day, but for now, he's got something.
You got these boxes and these.
I'm gonna invest in this box band now, and then he'll be a drummer later.
Hey, look, listen. We need a drummer. So if anybody knows any drummers that's trying to play, let me know. We will pick you up.
Oh man, but thanks for coming in, man.
I mean, I live here, but I mean, I'm happy.
Thanks for coming out of the room this week.
Oh, you know what? I really appreciate that. I had to dodge the get gremlins and trolls that every time I walk out the door, they be like, Mr. Phil, I got a question. What's the question? So, you know Hiroshi from My Hero Academia? Then I'll be like, I don't know who those people are, but cool story.
You told her you like anime, so she thinks you like all the anime.
But nah, I like Attack on Titan. I like what is it, Hellsing.
That's old people shit. I know, like the little kids stuff.
But I heard My Hero Academia is pretty tough. I just haven't taken the time to watch it.
All right. Well, hey man, anyway. you gonna sit in with us? You gonna hang out with us the rest of the show?
Huh?
You hanging out with us the rest of the show?
Nah, I'm leaving.
Okay. Well,
I'll be here. I'll be here.
Oh man, we're gonna take a quick break. That comedy team is gonna get into some craziness. Joey, what's we got going on in this fucking world, man?
Bezos went in space. I don't know if he came back, but we'll find out.
Find out very soon.
The Olympics is getting really suspect with their bed construction.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to talk about that.
And T.I.'s talking crazy, and we need to dig into that.
We got to dig into that. We got to dig into that a little bit on some real shit, man. But we're going to be back in a minute, folks. We'll be back with more fun and more thrills on the That Comedy Podcast.
You jive turkeys is frivolous. I'm a light, this a filament. Slip your disc, I'm acryling it. I ain't feeling it. I'm a pimpin' the night, skin glistening. I be in your kitchen making grits and putting dick in your wife. Keep me casting over the floating, got colder than Nova Scotia. I'm rolling my motion, making your hoe let me motorboat her. I'm a pimp type nigga with a mouthpiece. Bitches tell me I'm a maid nigga, like a house key. She remove her clothes and on the floor is where her blouse be. Most of my bitches can't do a fucking thing without me. Mackin' exquisite, don't believe in smacking my bitches. I just cut them off and put other ratchets back in position. I'm a mathematician, subtracting and adding my digits. I need accuracy, so don't you be distracting my bitches. I'm a Mac with the accolades to prove it. I tell all my bitches on a Saturday to move it. And I done seen them all from the south of Kakalaki.
And we're back on the That Comedy Podcast. And this segment of the That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Atomic Music. That's right, Atomic Music. If you're looking to start a podcast, start a band, just start playing music yourself, come down to Atomic Music. Atomic Music is located on Baltimore Avenue in Beltsville, Maryland. They're open from 12 to 6 Monday through Friday, and from 12 to 5 on Sundays. That's right, Atomic Music. Come on by. They got something for you there.
If you pimp on, you can pimp strong.
Hey, Joey.
Yo.
If you pimp on, you can pimp strong. And you get a nigga like me, you can take you along. Yeah. That's my pimping music.
Show you right.
Kandyce, you know that pimping music, don't you? Don't you, baby?
I don't know idea what you're talking about.
Oh man. But we are back on the That Comedy Podcast. I think I played the whole song, so some of that may be cut out. Somebody don't care. I don't. I'm DJ Marcus. I got the rights. Somebody come sue me. That's what I'm looking for, someone to sue me and tell me I don't got the rights.
Don't say that, man. Because
I'm getting ready to fight the Warner Brothers.
You ready to fight Warner Brothers? Yeah, because they keep blocking us in Sierra Leone or somewhere.
I heard the Warner system
in Iraq and in North Korea.
Yeah, they keep in dictatorships. We can't. The show doesn't play in dictatorships.
Just to prove to you that Warner Brothers is evil, the only countries they can get to block us are the ones that are the villains in every movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, yeah. Cuba. What is it? Cuba, North Korea,
Syria.
Yeah, those they can't play our podcast because of the music we play. That's funny shit. That is funny shit I've ever seen. And then I'm like, okay.
Should we just tweet the podcast at Mike Shinoda and be like, hey, can we just do this? Are we good?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'd like to have him on. Like I feel like he'd like our vibe. I feel like
I do too. Mike Shinoda's a good dude.
Yeah.
If we have Mike Shinoda on, the podcast is going through the roof. If I could get Mike Shinoda or DJ Han on the podcast, I think we could do big things.
I mean, I'd be happy to give them some royalties if we ever made money on this shit.
We are. You know, we're gonna make money on Smooth My Balls Electric Trimmer. The Turf Chopper 3.0 is what I've got.
You said the Chirp Chopper 3?
Turf Chopper.
Turf Chopper?
Turf Chopper 3. Anyway, I was going to sing some TS.
I need to untie them tongues.
Yeah, it's a little bit twisted. But yes, Smooth My Balls. That's right, man. We're going to get it. We're going to get it one day. Oh, man. But Joey.
One ball at a time.
What do we got going on?
You know where they're smoothing balls one ball at a time?
Where at, Joey?
Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Tokyo.
Is that one of their things?
The Olympic Village.
Oh, that's right. The Olympics are in
Japan. They are
this
getting ready. They have set up beds for the athletes.
Okay.
And those beds are made of cardboard.
Cardboard.
Because only the best for our Olympians.
Are they like that's the IKEA beds? They come in like one box, and the box is like this thin.
Yeah, but see, instead of the box having like parts in it, the box is the bed frame.
It just unfolds.
It comes all together and transforms. Oh, he's one of the Transformer bed.
Boxes in disguise.
So they
bed formers.
But I can see why they would do this because all the good furniture that was made in China is now taking longer to get to places.
Okay.
Well, and China's not going to give them a good deal anyway.
Yeah, they've been getting cut out of everything else because of this whole trade war that we got going on here.
Right.
So China ain't giving them good deals, and then they go, okay, you know what? We need beds. Let's go to the Scandinavians. Those are other ones that make furniture. Let's get some beds from them, and they come back with these damn cardboard things.
Oh, and the beds are made of polyethylene.
Isn't that
The mattresses are made of polyethylene.
What the hell is polyethylene?
You gonna set them on fire?
That sounds like it's fire retardant.
Probably is.
Okay.
Is that what condoms are made out of?
18,000 high resistance lightweight cardboard beds in addition to the mattresses and 8,000 beds for Paralympians with slightly differing design. Here's the thing. I think that the insurrectionists get better beds than we're giving the Olympians.
Yes, they do.
Because what if you have like a need for organic like mattress fiber?
You out of luck.
You better go back home. Is
Go
that what
home.
they're saying?
Goddamn it. Fly over every day for your event.
Now one
Maybe it's
USA
part of their training. You know, I don't really know. I don't know how the Olympians train, but I mean, I feel like
I know how they train, and they don't train with shit like that.
you've been.
Do you guys think all the Olympians are just in the Olympic Village fucking each other? Because I really think they are.
All right,
You
so
can't get that many people together with perfect athletic bodies and have them
Hello?
not fuck each other.
Thank you. This is what I was saying. So, isn't Olympics where the Olympics start?
In Greece.
In Greece. All right. Didn't they have orgies?
Yes.
They did have orgies.
I think they had Olympic orgies, and they just don't talk about it. Everyone's just like, oh, carry the torch and stuff. Nah, they're fucking before.
So they're creating super athletes at the Olympics.
I mean,
just saying,
that's part of the
you
training.
have
You gotta have
a village full of young people in the best shape of their lives. They're fucking like these
All
are
right.
like supreme athletes. There's no way they're not fucking each
Hold
other.
on.
I agree.
Two things. One, you'd think if that was the case, we would be able to look back and say, oh, this current athlete definitely was an Olympic baby.
Yeah.
Like their parents
Okay,
would have
that's
been
fair.
Olympians and they would have been born 9 months from an Olympics.
Well, no. Okay, so here's what happens. Here's what happens at the Olympics every year. Every day. I heard about this at the
Do they
at the Rio Olympics. They said they ship in condoms from all the countries that are participating in the Olympics. They ship in condoms with the Olympians so that no one gets pregnant.
This makes sense. Yeah. So, but I mean, I don't think the cardboard bags are going to stop them from fucking.
Are they humping on the floor?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Maybe they're
so
just tired of the beds breaking. You feel me?
Also,
the
I
beds-
think the female athletes probably like when you have such a low percentage of body fat, you don't ovulate. So maybe the female Olympians can't even get pregnant anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's possible too.
I'm just saying, you think the odds would
Only
be.
ones getting pregnant are those.
I get there's
those
contraceptives.
Eastern
And
Bloc discus and shot put throwers.
I
They're
just
the only
feel
ones who can get pregnant.
based on
Yeah.
the volume of fucks given over time, right? Because we're saying, how long have we been having Olympic Games?
This is the 95th Olympiad.
So how many fucks do you
I
think
just made that up.
are we having per Olympics? Say there's 1,000 fucks per Olympic Games.
Okay.
There's been how many this millennia?
At least, well, if it's 36 Olympics, then there's 1,000. So that's 36,000 or 3,600,000.
They didn't have condoms in the original Olympics.
You don't think we would have had at least one baby whose parents were both Olympians?
Well, yeah.
I mean-
Marion Jones's daughter was. Her dad's an Olympian too. Marion Jones.
Was she born 9 months out from an Olympic Games?
I'm not sure of that. I don't follow Marion Jones
see,
that close.
Listen,
Okay, so maybe there are Olympic babies. We just don't know about them because they're in like Yugoslavia or some shit.
Yeah, they in the Eastern Bloc because those are the only ones that have enough body fat to get the baby back.
Angelina adopts all of them.
Well,
Angelina and Brad got all of
They're
them.
all Americans now.
Right.
But they didn't start that way.
You don't know what they're training for. They are making a plan. Okay, you
Well-
be like, "This is Angelina's kid." Yes.
6'5". Goddamn, what that baby's? How that baby from Indonesia and he's 6'5"? How the hell is this possible?
Team USA track and field athlete Paul Chelimo says that the beds to be installed in the Olympic Games will be made of cardboard. This is aimed at avoiding intimacy among athletes.
There you go.
Beds will be able to withstand the weight of a single person to avoid situations beyond sports.
Not those Eastern Bloc bitches.
See? So the Olympic Committee knows that they be fucking.
Absolutely.
That's why they only gave them cardboard to fuck on. They're like, maybe this will stop the fucking.
No, I think it's maybe stopping the breads breaking because they still gonna do it. That's like, we just don't want to clean up the mess. The cardboard, throw that anyway.
I didn't finish the quote.
Go ahead, Joe. You were sorry.
I see no problem for distance runners. Even 4 of us can do.
Oh yeah, because they're tiny.
Yeah,
you can fit 16 track and field stars on the little bed. You put one of them Eastern Bloc bitches on that bed, she gonna break it.
And they're built for like distance fucking too. So it's gonna not, like if they have the humps will be like light so that they can have more of them. They'll be a high frequency, but they won't be with like enough force to. Now the shot put team, that bed's not even gonna.
The gymnasts are like
thrust,
4'9", so they can fit anywhere.
Yeah, the gymnasts.
Well, their coaches keep them locked up in another area of the Olympic Village.
in a closet somewhere. Like in a dungeon.
12 per closet.
I think they all just climb into a box and fuck. Like I think it's like like a clown car.
Yeah, you ever seen a male gymnast? they're horribly tiny. They're like little men. And they're muscular as hell. They're just built weird, but they're midgets. They're Joeys. They're like Joeys. They're a bunch of Joeys that are just built like a V.
That fit.
Like but I know that's why you're not living.
Yeah, gymnasts are tiny, like super short, but all muscle.
Yeah,
so
and gristle. They're like a bad steak.
It's like if my torso was as small as my appendages, that would be a perfect gymnast.
Oh man, Joey, what else is going on, man?
So
did you forget?
You caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. Space.
The final frontier. Well, it's not the final frontier anymore, man. This is the first frontier for all these billionaires.
It is now because Jeff Bezos just fucked it with his dildo spaceship.
He went through them cloud vaginas.
Come on, like really.
Should have took some smooth like balls up there with him.
Like we didn't see how smooth that shuttle was.
It was smooth.
He got that shaft smooth.
It's clearly like a dick measuring contest. Mm-hmm. And then Bezos was like leaning into it, so he just made a penis rocket. I mean, it's so like, just how did they not look at this and go, "Yeah, this should work, but we can't send this into space."
He looked at it. He was like, "Elon, look at my rocket." Elon went like this. Is that a dick?
I'm just mad that one person can afford to go to space. You know who has been to space in the past? Governments. Like this country sent somebody to space. Not one person was like, just got up in the morning and was like, I'm gonna go. That shit is fucking crazy to me.
Well, this is how.
I mean, we need to send a dick into space, so they don't need to come back.
I mean, I think the point is for there to be multiple dicks that can afford it, and then slightly less dickish people will be able to afford it.
Yeah, eventually we gonna get in space.
Yeah, I think it's just
because they had to be the military first.
Yeah,
that's why the space.
That makes sense. Just like GPS.
Yeah, yeah. The military does something, then the everybody else gets a hold of it because like satellite phone, like cell phones.
Yeah,
in general, the military had them. And then rich people had them, and then it comes down to us. And now all of us have a cell phone.
That's a valid argument for where we could be going with space travel, actually.
So how many years removed from space do you think we are? 30, 50, 100?
When will we be in space? We're about 5-6 generations away from
us specifically?
Like our tax bracket going into space.
I disagree with that. They're already doing the plan on the colonizing on Mars type deal. I think they're going to be our tax bracket's going to be able to take a vacation to space once in our lifetime.
I don't.
That's it. Once though, there's going to be we going to be like 70 and be like, I finally get to go to Mars. I've been dreaming of this since the first time in 2023.
No, I don't think we're going to go. I don't think we're going to ever get to Mars. I don't think in our lifetime human beings will get to Mars.
Okay, that's fair.
To colonize.
We just get to chill on that little. We
will have hotels in space.
Okay, I feel.
I know we. I know
the
that's
Space
more
Needle,
realistic.
but in the air. Okay.
I think we will have hotels in space.
I think unless there's a major breakthrough, it's at least 100 years out.
Aliens.
Well, no. Here's the
Who
fundamental.
wants to though? Like, do you guys want? I would not want a vacation in fucking space. I don't want to go out there. This just sounds scary.
I do. I don't like these people anyway.
It sounds terrifying. Just flying into the void. I'm good.
Well, hold on. So there's actually a show about that called The
Void.
Crap. No.
I will go to Cancun like
Avenue
a regular
5.
person. Like I'm not fucking going to space. There's too much.
There was a show on HBO called Avenue 5 or Avenue 9. Anyway, it's with Hugh Laurie and
oh yeah, I remember that show.
It's about a space cruise gone awry.
Yeah.
So it's hilarious. It's a fun watch. But basically I think the biggest hurdle right now is there's nowhere to go in space. So if you're going for the novelty of it. It's like iFly. Like you're just going there to experience that or go skydiving. That's the kind of shit where it's at right now.
Has anyone here ever done iFly?
I've done skydiving.
I haven't done skydiving. I'm not jumping out of a perfect good plane.
Living in space right now, even as the whole idea of like a hotel in space is way far out.
I disagree.
Now.
This dickhead's already this dickhead's gonna be there in 2030. Watch. He's gonna be like, we building hotels in space, bitches. He'd be like, yo, and there's gonna be like Wiz Khalifa in there. Shit. Like,
you have to understand that the average person, like going up in a rocket's nothing compared to living in space for any amount of time.
Agree. Okay.
What the astronauts have to go through to not die or to be able to come back to Earth and not be like broken,
this is fair.
True.
Is insane. They have to work out like 90% of the time they're up there.
So the Olympians are training to colonize. Anyway, sorry.
That'd be what we use.
Right?
It doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in when you go up. If you don't work out constantly, your muscle will atrophy, having no natural gravity.
True.
So
that's why they got cardboard.
So that's why I say absent a major advance, like we figure out how to create artificial gravity in space. That's a huge thing, right? Figure out how to better shield against radiation. Like if we came up with force field technology, huge hurdle cleared, right? Mm-hmm. Because one of the things that's in space is there's a ton of space debris and all this other junk that's flying at millions and millions of miles per hour. You can't even shoot a bullet that hard.
There.
And if that shit hits your spacecraft,
it's going
one
through.
hole, yeah, you're toast.
Okay.
So, and you think about like right now, militaries could do that because the people going up know what they're signing up for.
Right.
You can't do that with civilians. The risks that they're taking.
They tried that with the Challenger. See what happened there? Fucked up a whole generation of kids.
That's the other thing
about the space program.
True.
Well, not even Challenger. What was the last one that exploded? Challenger was in the 80s, right?
Challenger was in 89.
There was another one that exploded earlier, like more recently than that.
I thought
it was what stopped the space shuttle. What was the last space shuttle flight?
I'm not sure. Kandyce, you know?
No idea.
You were there since Apollo 1.
Was it Discovery?
Did you, Kandyce?
I think it was Discovery.
Candace watched Apollo 1 when they first took off.
First of all, it was Apollo 13, wasn't it? Houston, we have a problem.
That was when they broke down.
That was when
Apollo 1 was when they first sent the man up. And Candace was watching on her parents' black and white TV, sitting on her daddy's lap. I'm not saying she was 15 at this time, but I'm saying she was about 4. Candace is old.
Hey, yo, way drawn out.
That's what you were going for.
Way drawn out.
The last space shuttle flight, I wasn't the right one.
Yeah, I didn't think we had one that blew up recently.
No. They ended it in 2011, but there was one that else.
Space shuttle.
The Columbia. We all try to.
Space shuttle would be space travel.
Columbia.
Would be
it was Columbia.
Oh, okay.
It was Columbia in 2003.
Okay.
Yep.
But they would have payment plans.
But I remember. No, I'm saying
They would.
I remember.
I'm just saying. Look, they all about the money. If I go to say, be like, all right, so this is the payment plan. You train for 2 years. You pay X amount of dollars. You got to get ready. Then you got to pass a test. And then 2 years later, you travel into space, and they're gonna be like, look at me, I'm in Iceland, bitch. Like, wait, what? That's
well, I'm just saying. Not only do they have to do everything Joey said, which was manufacture gravity, they also have to figure out how to get water on whatever planet this is. They have to regulate the temperature because who knows what, it's probably sub-0 degrees in space. But then on top of that, you can't grow anything there. So everything has to be imported from Earth to space. Like no one's gonna be able to afford to do that unless they do travel plans.
There's definitely gonna be artificial stuff, but they're gonna need. It depends on. It depends on what they're trying to build, right? Like the thing that makes sense as far as colonization. Moving industry up there once, and that's another piece of the puzzle, right? Okay, moving industry up there makes a lot of sense. All the stuff that's like pollution issues that we have on Earth, you could do that on the moon or Mars and it would make no fucking difference. Like greenhouse, we talked about this last week. Greenhouse gases would actually help the situation on Mars because the planet's already too cold. There's no atmosphere. There's not enough atmosphere as it is. So having more greenhouse gases there isn't a problem and wouldn't be for years and years and years and years if it ever does become a problem. So you have that, right? But then you still got, if you have industry there, that's great. But how are you going to get all that shit back to Earth for people to buy it? So we don't have an efficient way to get resources up there or back down yet. And rockets...
So
rockets always are a losing battle because you have to carry the fuel you need to get to space, which just takes away from your payload ability.
Warp drive, baby.
Getting things down from
teleporter already, honestly. But.
Getting stuff down from space is a lot easier than getting it up to space from Earth, especially from the Mars or the Moon because they have lower gravity.
Yes.
So there's some things there, but I mean, I think the colonization stuff is way out there. I think the idea of having some sort of like space station hotel tourist attraction, that's something that could happen, but it's really going to take several significant technology leaps from what we have today to get there. And I don't see that happening at least until like 100 years from now, unless there's some major breakthrough or two. And keep in mind, that's if everything goes appropriately and no one dies. Because every time
somebody dies, it gets set back.
That's why I brought up Columbia, because I remember this. I've been a big space nut since high school, and I was literally in like the Cooperative Satellite Learning Project, with NASA in high school. That was one of the things I got a scholarship for it. I was well aware of what was going on with the space program in high school, and I remember significantly what happened. I remember that, like, okay, cool, they got all this stuff coming, and then Columbia blew up, and then everything stopped.
Yep.
And
that was the end of it.
I mean, they got a few more. They went for a few more shuttle runs, but I mean, the space that set it back. The manned space program got set back years from that one accident.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with astronauts that have military backgrounds, that have been training, that have all this other stuff that knew what they were signing up for and the risks involved. Can you imagine the first time a private flight with civilians has an accident?
I'm just saying, Jeff Bezos is trying to make it happen ASAP, obviously.
Yeah.
He can, but I don't. And so is Elon Musk, and Branson's trying to keep his dick as hard as
they're going to move too quick
true.
And blow stuff up.
Fair. And I mean, that's expected. But another question I just thought about, what happened to hologram technology, man? You know what I'm saying?
We're not doing holograms no more.
What, Michael Jackson and Tupac? I'm saying, if they can make holograms, teleportation.
Hold on. What kind of holograms are you? Are you talking about holograms that just are 3-dimensional things?
Yeah, man.
Or are you talking about?
I'm talking about
like
Tupac
Star
and
Trek
Michael
ones
Jackson
that can like pick up shit.
No, I'm talking about like Tupac, Michael Jackson teleporting.
No,
that's not a hologram.
That's not holograms.
I mean, you don't know that yet.
This is
speculation.
You know what?
This is avocado logic.
Yeah, I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
I'm not going down that hole with you. Joey, what else is going on in the world, man?
I'm glad. That's exactly what I was going for.
No, you're talking about when they had that Tupac hologram at Coachella, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, and they did Michael Jackson.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
yeah, we know what he's talking about. It don't make no damn
So they
sense.
have it.
That is
What do
not-
you mean? What happens to it?
It don't.
All
It
right,
don't matter
so
what the
I'm
hell we're
just
talking
saying-
about.
Exactly.
Do you remember when we had 3D when 3D was a thing?
Yeah.
And do you remember when it was a thing again?
Yeah.
Like it was a thing.
It's a thing now.
It was a thing in like
Right,
the 70s with like the red and the blue.
Yeah.
And then it was a thing with like one shade in a slightly
And they
different
still
shade.
have 3D, right?
And we still decided, hey, 3D's stupid. And now
I like
we don't
3D.
do it anymore.
I'm just saying, because
Because
you
it
never
was-
know they could take that technology and then make hologram teleportation devices.
They can, Phil. Yes, they can.
See,
It is
yeah,
possible.
because
Yes.
it's a step in the right
Those
direction.
two things are not remotely related.
I'm trying to make him stop. I know where he's going with this. This is my son. I know what my son needs.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
good job, buddy.
Holograms are emitted.
I'm just saying, I seen it on Star Trek.
He's so stupid.
No, you haven't.
Yeah,
I
we
watched
watch
Star Trek.
every Star Trek.
I watched Star Trek
I don't
last
watch
night.
Star Trek, but do you know that Lucille Ball is part of the reason why Star Trek exists?
I don't know.
How so?
How is that?
She actually funded the project.
I can see that.
Yeah,
That timeline tracks.
her and Gene Roddenberry would seem
there
like they
you
were
go.
around each other.
I didn't know that, but that's only for American. She's like the founder of American space. Like
Lucille Ball is just generally amazing. Every time I find out something new about her, it's always something awesome.
No, they
Yeah.
met at one of those Eyed Wide Shut parties in the 50s. And she was like,
How you know about those?
And Gene was like, hey, I got this idea for a show. And she's like, that's great. Can you put your dick in the other hole? And then,
oh my god!
then they're
We
like,
are not about to slander Lucille Ball
I
like
know,
this.
right?
Not at
Like,
all.
thank you,
We're not
thank
about
you.
to do it.
Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that.
Okay, we're giving her credit for a lot of things. She had to have a lot of backing. And you know what
Joey just put a dick in her ass. Are you listening to the story, goddammit?
I was like, why would you do this to her?
I mean,
How do you get a lot of backing in Hollywood? Dick
Gene
in your ass.
Roddenberry had a dick in his ass too. That makes you feel better. It was an
Okay,
Eyes
that
Wide
actually
Shut
does Make
party.
me feel marginally better. Actually, I don't know why.
It was a bunch of white people in Hollywood in the 50s.
Yes.
Fucking.
Fuck you.
Were they in the Olympics?
No.
This was a different kind of Olympics.
Oh my god.
It was a Hollywood Olympics. Different time. Different time.
Joey, what else you got going on?
Stanley Kubrick just watched in the corner. Megan Thee Stallion is going to be on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue.
Did you see the cover? She looks absolutely perfect.
I would do
Of course she does.
I would do dangerous things to Meg Thee Stallion if I saw her in person.
Yes.
Or if she let me. If she let me. See, I got to remember to keep the caveat.
I mean, she might shoot me, but I mean,
Well, she just got shot in the heel, so you never know. She might be anti-gun now. Just again, but Meg Thee
Mama
Stallion.
gangster.
You know who wasn't mentioned in that article? Who's been trotting around in swimsuits and making everybody's stomach queasy? Lizzo.
Why would you bring that up?
No one said because of who
Y'all gonna stop this Lizzo slander. That's what you're gonna do.
First of all,
Y'all gonna respect that woman.
First of
She's
all,
gorgeous
carry on.
and
First of
very
all,
talented.
it can't be slander if everything I've said is true. Second of all, you're the one who keeps sending me pictures of her. I don't put her
Because
in.
haven't
y'all
seen
don't
any
want to
pictures.
I
recognize
don't
how beautiful and talented this
Go
woman is.
after her.
Lizzo looks like what Kim Kardashian would look like if Kim Kardashian let herself go, and then her mom let her go, and then her sisters let her go, and it's just ate a McDonald's, and then
I hate everything about you.
and then her titties decided to run away from her body because Lizzo keeps wearing all these revealing. And I'm not fat shaming anybody. I will never fat shame a person in my life. That is not what I do. I tell truth. Lizzo needs to put more clothes on. She got an ass about 5 miles long. Her butt crack as long as that door crack.
Yo, go ahead.
Her ass is tall as fuck. I will say that.
How tall as?
Her ass tall as 4 midgets. I don't
Yo.
understand why she chooses to do this, but the person who we're here to commend and to make known that she needs to continue to do the things she does is Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Le Stallion. That's how
I
they call
put
her in
the
France.
Sports Illustrated cover in our chat, so y'all can check it out.
Oh, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
I checked that out when they said it was happening.
Is it out yet? Why don't we have the Sports Illustrated right now?
The article's in front of me.
I'll be back.
Oh, my goodness. Megan Le Stallion.
But the article is really nice. You know what I'm saying? She said this is like something that she dreamed of since childhood. Now she made it happen. It's really cool to see people manifesting their, their
what if
goals
they show her feet where Tory Lane shot her at? Do they show her feet?
You know what?
Actually, I don't see her feet.
They probably do.
They're in the water.
Her feet are in the water in every picture. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was wondering because I was like, she did get shot. I wanted to talk about that.
I wasn't looking until you said something, but just so you know,
I wasn't looking.
There's a lot else to look at. So that was
feet.
really honestly the last concern I had.
I'm not concerned about it. I'm just saying.
She could have one cleft foot. It wouldn't matter.
She got a club foot. Joey be like, oh my goodness.
I don't know what a cleft foot is, but it's fine. I
think that's a musical note. Anyway.
I think it's a cleft palate and a clubbed foot.
Yes, club foot.
No, I said what I said.
Club foot. That sounds like a new track. That club foot. See the club.
Here's
foot.
I'm just glad Sports Illustrated has just admitted that this is like softcore porn and they don't care anymore.
Oh yeah, they need
has
to
nothing
stop
to do with
years
athletes.
Ago. When they did when they first did the first body one.
Well, that's ESPN. That's a different.
Oh, that was okay.
ESPN does the body issue where they're naked.
Yeah.
And like cleverly, and then Sports Illustrated has been doing the swimsuit issue for years, but they haven't always featured athletes anyway.
No, they haven't.
Why is it?
Because it's a rapper. It's first female rapper to be on Sports Illustrated.
I mean, that's not in question. I mean,
there's not a whole lot of attractive like there are attractive rappers.
Yeah, it is. That's
rappers.
why it's important because it's Sports Illustrated. It usually is athletes on the cover.
No, they've had basic models on there all the time.
It's usually models on there.
So is she gonna be in the Kentucky Derby or something?
And if we're gonna put
a stallion,
I'm just saying. I mean,
and let's not be stupid.
I ride that.
Let's not be stupid and say there haven't been hot enough female rappers to be on the cover before. Lil' Kim back in the day could get it.
Name three.
Foxy back in the day could get it.
That's back in the day. Back in the day when.
No, that's fine. Whenever, any timeline. Name three.
I'm saying.
Foxy,
Two
Lil'
right
Kim.
there.
Eve could definitely be. Feel like
there you go. All right, that's three. That's solid. That's a solid answer. Okay,
I would go with Remy Ma today.
Remy still could get it.
Remy could get it tomorrow. if Remy.
I'm surprised no one said Nicki Minaj. That was interesting.
Because Nicki doesn't have an athletic body. She's got a big body with a bunch of bad parts.
Right.
It's not a
market like shit.
Yeah. It's, like you look at Meg, Meg's had some work, but she's had actual natural work done. Like she's done the vibrating shell things on her body to tone it up, but she ain't got nothing moved. Yeah. Nicki got
her body looks super natural.
Nicki pulled all the fat out of a Lizzo ass and put it in her body.
Here's my problem with Nicki. Sometimes her face looks like angry in an unattractive way. And I'm not saying she has to smile more or any bullshit like that. I'm just saying
telling a black woman to smile, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying sometimes when she takes that mean face, it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
You see what I'm talking about?
She has a crazy face.
That's what it is.
It's a crazy face. It's not a mean face. It's a crazy face.
Yeah.
And that's off-putting.
Agreed.
It's off-putting. Like when Kandyce does her crazy face, when she's not like right now she's topless. If anyone's watching the Kandyce podcast, Kandyce is topless where our camera's off. But when she puts her crazy face on, she scares the hell out of me and Joey. And I tell her all the time, Kandyce, you need to smile. And it should look at me just like that. See that little picture?
Yeah, I see a little picture.
That is angry face. It's angry face Kandyce right there. I want to see she turn the camera on.
That's just resting face. That's not angry face.
Resting Kandyce face. That's what we're gonna start calling that. But what else is going on in the world, Joey? Because I know with her being on the Sports Illustrated cover, there got to be something else hot happening in these streets, bruh.
So movie came out.
Worst transition.
Yeah,
That was the worst long transition I'd ever fucking done. I
I
don't know where the fuck we were going with it. I just had to keep talking.
It's fine. We didn't really establish an order.
It
Hey,
looked like you were
Phil,
clicking.
I know that you're new, but let me tell you, Marcus' transitions are always trash. They're like awful. Like he just never. It's always.
I know this. I literally sit in my bedroom like that was trash.
unless I like perfectly subterfuge plant seeds and harvest a transition, it doesn't happen.
And then
right.
he still fucks it up. Like Joey will perfectly set him up, and then he still fucks up the transition every time.
I'll drop mad hints, and then it'll still go right. That's why I said I have to perfectly do it. I can't.
I've had a couple good ones. There's been a few good ones I've had over the years.
It's like 1 out of 10.
It's not that you have bad ones. It's that you set up the wrong thing. We'll agree on an order of operations beforehand, and then you'll just go rogue and throw me off.
They're like, Joey, tell me about Jeff Bezos. It's like, what? We talked about that. Oh, okay. But what else going on, man?
Speaking of rappers, T.I. wants to do a versus battle against Eminem.
Okay, see, there's a number one problem with that. Now, him doing a versus battle against Lil Flip would make sense.
Right, okay.
Like, because they had an actual war previously. So they came together, did a versus battle, just like Jeezy and Gucci Mane. If they did that, that'd be good. Him and Eminem would just be Eminem murdering him for an hour and 55 damn minutes while Timberland and Swiss Beats send off weird ass tweets. That'd be the whole freaking show. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you put yourself through that? You crowned yourself king of the South. Go against somebody else in the South.
Yeah. Why would he choose Eminem? That's just it's your own suicide. Why have you done this?
Him and Bun
Why
B.
would you want to go get executed on versus? And you chose this. Why?
Do a versus battle with T.I. and Bun B. Or T.I. and Pastor Troy.
Ludicrous.
T.I.
and Ludacris.
Yeah, T.I. Ludacris. Same number of
That's
movie
a fair
credits.
matchup.
Right.
So a year ago, he tried to call out 50 Cent for his for 50 Cent's birthday. He said, "For your birthday, I offer you a challenge, sir. Bring your ass on out. Bring your records. Bring your hit records with you. You and Dr. Dre and Eminem and all y'all. Goddamn the G Unit. All y'all bring your ass on out."
Context of that was he was high as shit.
Yes.
Obviously, because that don't make not on damn thing a sense.
Because you can't have a catalog created by Dr. Dre going against a catalog created by some producer.
You gonna lose.
To your credit, 50 Cent responded by saying, "Yo, somebody passed T.I. the weed. He gave that Smokey on Friday."
He just in the coop like the fuck. Oh shit! I swear I'm bad Eminem. Yeah.
Now, in one of his latest lives, T.I. say he would love to battle Eminem since 50 won't. While traveling in a private jet, T.I. went live on his IG and said, "So if 50 don't do it, give me anybody off a swagger like us. Anybody who is on swagger like us. I do one of them. It's gonna be tough road, but that's my class."
So
Who else was on swagger like us? I'm trying to think.
Kanye, Lil Wayne.
He said,
Please put Kanye on versus. I just want to see Kanye.
He said,
but I don't know who would go up against him.
It was Jay-Z, T.I., Kanye West, and Lil Wayne on swagger like us. That's a horrible catalog to go against too. Lil Wayne,
he can't beat any of those people.
T.I. fucking up, man.
I mean, it's one thing for versus a battle. Like if it was a battle, that's taking your career in your hands.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, that's a little more reasonable. Not saying he'll be competitive, but it won't end your career to go.
It could. That's the problem with versus.
It only does if it turns into a freestyle, and then it's.
Well, no, they won't. It will never turn into freestyle. All you're doing is going over old music. But
I know.
The problem with versus,
you don't think it could escalate?
If you go up against someone and your catalog is not good, and people see how bad your catalog is or how bad you choose from your catalog.
That's true.
That could mess your money up next year.
Wait, let's just stop for a minute. T.I. has a catalog. T.I. has many hits.
Oh yeah, no,
he just can't go head to head with Marshall. That's not gonna happen. He needs to pick somebody else who's more on his same number of hits level.
Well, he has the same number of hits as Marshall, because T.I. made hits with others that made more money.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can do the collabs too. That's true.
Yeah, he's had way better collabs than Marshall. Marshall's collabs.
I don't know about that.
Marshall's collabs are always hits to rap heads. Like, because if you look at Midwest Choppers with him and fucking Tech-Nine.
I mean, Marshall's collabs are fire too, though.
Yeah, his collabs are off the chain, but they're more hip hop head collabs. T.I. has a lot of pop collabos that he can build off of that he has with a bunch of people.
I don't know. M's got a lot of pop collabs too, though.
Yep. Yeah.
You forgot
M can pretty much go head to head with almost any rapper.
Eminem,
I mean,
Eminem was right up there for number one on like during the TRL era.
Yeah, he was.
And beating pop.
Yeah.
So him and Wayne are like the top, I think the two top grossing rappers, or two of the top grossing rappers of all time. They're definitely going to beat T.I.
Now, I would watch that battle, that versus.
Wayne versus M, oh my God.
I will watch that one.
They could put that shit on pay-per-view. I would pay for that.
I don't think Swizz can make that happen.
Yeah. I know everybody couldn't make that one work, but I would pay to see that one.
That'd be all right.
Because they'll just be hit after freaking hit. You just sitting there like, I'm in love with life right now. That's what I felt when
M versus Wayne would be fucking amazing.
During the Fred Hammond and Kurt Franklin versus was my favorite.
I didn't know this. Apparently, Busta called M out for a versus.
Busta can't handle that.
Okay, how about Busta and T.I.? They can do that. I don't know why they keep going for M like they got the same amount of hits.
Because they know M is the GOAT, or he's at GOAT in the GOAT category. There's very few people in that like M versus Jay-Z or something like
M would murder Jay.
No, he wouldn't.
I didn't say would. No,
M wouldn't murder Jay. No,
I wouldn't murder. He beat Jay.
I think that would hold his own. That's a better matchup than M and T.I.
Lyrically, he would. Song catalog, Jay got to beat.
Yeah, true.
Jay got to beat.
That's true.
I mean, I think that's a different group.
Yeah.
Than these guys. I mean, and as much as I love Busta, but his catalog,
no,
he didn't really transcend like that pop wise.
He doesn't really have a catalog. I can name maybe like 3 Busta Rhymes songs.
I know who they should.
Whereas I could probably name 40 Eminem
T.I., Fat Joe.
See,
all a Dipset.
Yeah, I would go Dipset. Well, it's Dipset and it's Dipset and who else is doing one this week? I just saw it because it came up on my versus.
I'm just saying from a like pop collab standpoint, they both were in that same pool.
Okay, I dig it.
It's Dipset versus Lox this week.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That'll work. That's good.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, not this week. It's on August 3rd. But that's gonna be fire at Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
So here's my question: Wu-Tang versus who?
Ooh, what? Czarfate? Well, no, that is part of Wu-Tang. All of Wu-Tang versus.
I feel like Wu-Tang just wins on respect alone. Like,
right. Yeah, you can't do it. You can put half of Wu-Tang against the other half of Wu-Tang.
Right. That's what, real shit.
Well, if you did Wu-Tang versus...
you'd have to be members of Wu-Tang versus other members of Wu-Tang. Straight up. That'd be hard. Yeah. I was trying to think about it.
Because there's no equivalent, right, to Wu-Tang that you could put them up against. What other 13-person rap group?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so many of them that and there's like the only other group that I can think of is NWA, but NWA isn't even that many people, and half those guys are dead. So
no, only one's dead.
Well, I was counting the Doc.
Why are we counting Doc?
Because there's only, I'm trying to think of this, to get the full everyone in that circle to give them the numbers needed to go against Wu-Tang.
Wait, NWA is only the 3 people, right? Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and Eazy-E? Just the 3 of them?
No,
I think
Ren.
a good catalog
MC
battle
Ren,
would
MC
be
Yellow.
Kanye and M.
DJ Yella.
Kanye and M for a catalog battle, especially both of them being from the Midwest. I think that'd be
Kanye and M. Now that's a battle. That right there. That's it.
Now, here is an unpopular opinion. Tech 9 M in a battle would be murder, but it would only be murder for hip hop heads. Every hip hop fan would love that battle to death. That would rank higher than everybody.
Because the Midwest.
No, do that one and then do Kanye versus Dre for producing.
Dre still kill him. Dre pull out some rock.
Dre's just older. He just been around.
I would want to put Kanye against another rapper instead of versus another producer.
Yeah,
because I like his rap hits, and which he produced most of his own songs
too, though. So,
but Dre hates that he raps.
Right.
Dre hates rapping.
Dre
said
Dre can't hold his own as a rapper, but Kanye could be in either category.
Right. It's just me, Dre. Hey, I'm over here in the corner. Don't come at me, because I'm going to come at your mother. And that's
Dre used to have old nursery rhyme ass raps. Like, they were so basic.
A couple years, they're going to finally have the hologram Tupac versus Biggie.
Tupac Biggie hologram
in space.
Versus in space. On the moon. On the moon,
bitches. Shit, we've been planning for this.
That's how.
Only in trust me, the 2075 Olympics are going to be held there.
That's going to be the recurring the residency at the hotel that Bezos puts in space.
Yep,
there you go. But look,
rap hologram versus battles.
I already seen it, guys. You know, I can see the future because
stupid.
I've already seen that happen.
Oh man, but I could definitely see that. I could see. I would pay to see a Tech 9 M battle. To get
that'd be scary. I think they might actually kill each other. It's like literally, like in person. No, they'd have to be on the other side of the screen. They'd kill whoever else it was in there. Like,
yeah, it will blow your head up.
It would be violent.
It will blow your fucking head up because you'd be just sitting there listening, going, "This is the fucking most amazing goddamn."
I don't think that would. I think hip hop heads would fuck with that. If they,
that would be the one they would fuck with. Yeah. Oh man, but what else going on, Jim?
So speaking of Dre, he recently was giving T-Pain a shout out for going on a Instagram rant on how modern rappers all sound the same. Mm-hmm. Dre said, "I'm here laughing my fucking ass off, but he's right. I know and feel exactly what you're saying."
And I agree with T-Pain in that instance because all of them have that same cadence. Mm-hmm. To how they rap now, because they found that Migos Future area with I think
it's real interesting because two bad rappers are talking about how the other rappers have the same cadence. Obviously, they ain't on it.
T-Pain is not a bad rapper.
No, he's not a great rapper, but he's a good singer.
How would we know? We've never heard his real voice. It's all been synthesized.
It hasn't.
If you watch The Masked Singer, he won it.
He won The Masked Singer, and he did what's that? Was it NPR does like acoustic?
Oh no, the Tiny Desk shit is off the hook. No,
he did a Tiny Desk.
I missed the opportunity to see him do a Tiny Desk one time. I was outside the building, but I definitely was listening. Like, damn,
he did Bartender. And it made you want to cry.
No, no, he can sing.
He can sing his ass off. He can rap too.
Stop! Just do something else. Just, God damn it!
How you mad to make the same song that sound the same every time? And he mad.
That you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally two with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else. Do something else. That's it.
Why is he so angry?
That's the funny part.
Because they stealing his shit. No, actually, I think he's angry just because, like, he really did bring auto-tune to the forefront, honestly.
He didn't bring auto-tune to the forefront. What he did was he said he used it. They've been using auto-tune since the 80s.
Yeah, but he brought it. No, I agree. But he brought it into like a mainstream type of like he trailblazed the shit.
I don't even know if he wanted to do that.
He didn't.
It seemed like he kind of got like locked into that because
he
it was
liked that Roger Troutman sound.
Yeah,
and he bit it, and he was like, "Oh, this is what I like. I like how this sounds."
But
that
then that's what
sound.
sold. So I mean, if someone's gonna be like, "Hey, that sells," but if you do something else, like we know you can do that, but this sells, you're gonna be like, "Well, I'm gonna make what makes money."
Yeah, I guarantee you, he can only get paid to do auto tune at some point.
That's why now where he's at is that he can go on crazy ass rants about do something different when he was doing the same thing because he got paid doing it. So I mean, I get the frustration, but at the same time, like, I mean,
but we have precedent for other stuff selling though now. Like it's not like it's one thing if you as a single artist are doing the same thing. That's your brand. That's what made you popular. That's what made you. What he's saying is these new artists, like 5-10 different artists, all sounding the same. That's bullshit.
I agree.
Like if like that's one person's thing, cool. But like the fact that there's like 5 or 6 guys that all have this same thing, it's like be original, try something, like have an original sound. I don't but to your point, you know, someone's still paying for that shit to come out.
Yeah, and the baby would shoot that nigga. So I'm saying,
like, the baby's a dangerous nigga.
He would definitely shoot. He'd be like, T-Pain, like, oh,
don't
shit.
come at me because I'm the baby. Right. I will shoot you with this KKK.
I don't know if T-Pain would shoot somebody.
No, T-Pain would get shot.
T-Pain from Florida, he'd kill you too.
I mean, fair.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he per se would do it, but I guarantee you he's got a friend who would.
Oh, yeah. He got at least 5 niggas that would do it for him.
Guarantee.
Yeah, fair.
Just like Joey. Joey got 5 niggas that'll shoot somebody for him.
Hey, y'all remember Flo Rida?
Yes.
What happened to him?
Nobody. Nothing. He tried to copy T.I. and look what happened.
Yeah.
That's why he's mad.
He got all muscular and disappeared.
I thought he had an exclusive contract to do the Fast and Furious soundtracks.
So stupid. Oh man, but you know what, Joey? What else we got going on in the world? Because it sound like we getting close, man.
Maybe
you sound like we getting close to the end zone.
China,
Black China?
No.
China the rapper?
No.
China the wrestler?
China the country.
Oh, China the country.
Over the weekend, Chinese health officials reported the recent death of a veterinarian caused by the monkey bee virus.
Okay.
Monkey bee?
You know what I need these Chinese people to stop doing?
Monkey bee is a species of herpes virus that's had many different names, including just bee virus, but is now formally known as moccasin alpha herpes virus 1 or MCHV1. The name is a reference to its natural host, the broad genus of old world monkeys known as macaques.
You know what we did not need? New herpes. That's what we did not need.
Especially not no macaque herpes.
Every part of this.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Like this, I gotta make sure. Is Gizmodo.com like the Onion? Because this is all like,
I think so.
They got a picture of 2 monkeys holding a mask.
They
trying to survive too.
That doctor gave me COVID.
They said, I got this shit, but I ain't trying to get that shit.
A doctor getting herpes from a macaque. I just sounds.
You know what? I need people to stop. I need white people to stop doing.
Oh, okay.
I need white people to stop doing this. I need Asian people to stop doing this. I need people in general to stop doing this.
Okay.
Stop fucking exotic animals. Because that's where we keep getting these damn diseases from.
Okay.
You fuck that monkey in Africa, got AIDS. You fuck that monkey in China, you got herpes. See, this is how.
No.
So, but would you rather have them just fuck regular animals?
Stop.
Fuck puppy.
Stop. Wait. This past Saturday, officials at China's version of the CDC reported the case. According to the report, the victim was 53-year-old veterinarian in Beijing who worked at a research institute focused on primate breeding.
Oh,
he was fucking monkeys.
Oh no!
They need to stop fucking monkeys.
Oh I mean,
I don't like how they said China's version of the CDC. Could they just say what the name of it was, like the China Department of Health or whatever?
Well, it was the Beijing Control Division.
I don't think anyone in here speaks Chinese.
So,
but I mean, there's a translation of, I don't know, I just thought that was condescending. The Chinese version of the CDC. Anyway, go ahead.
The translation.
Would you rather them have put something that I can't pronounce in there?
The translation.
No, but I mean, there's a translation of it. It's probably called the Chinese Department of Health or whatever. They could have just said that instead of the Chinese version of the CDC. It just sounds condescending.
That's what the C
if you've ever seen the Chinese interpretations on Instagram or Facebook, it always turns to something really dumb and different. So it would have translated to Department of Health dealing with humpy hoopawings for no reason. And it would have made no sense if people would be like, well, is that what we're supposed to go?
It would have been like the Department of Feel Better or like some basic ass shit like that.
The good news is his two close contacts, a male doctor and a female nurse, did not test positive.
Oh,
so they didn't fuck the monkey.
That's good news.
And he didn't fuck them.
So he only wanted that monkey puss.
At least it's only an STD and not airborne.
If herpes is airborne, I'm leaving Earth. I'm jumping on that dick spaceship, Jeff Bezos, and I'm leaving.
Monkey B may be highly fatal, even with the antiviral therapy now available, but fortunately it appears to be very hard to catch.
Yeah, it's hard to catch. You gotta fuck a monkey. It's hard to get shit you gotta fuck.
Only one documented case of human-to-human transmission has been reported since 1932, and that case was
because who goes fuck monkey, fuck lady, fuck monkey, fuck lady.
I mean, they also said that's how AIDS started.
Yes, because some nigga got greedy.
Hold on,
he's like, I'm gonna fuck this monkey, and then I'm gonna fuck this lady.
Wait for it. It said, and that case was particularly peculiar. According to the 1987 CDC report on it, the victim had likely contracted it through applying the same skin cream used to soothe her infected husband's skin wounds to a spot on her finger that had been scratched hard enough that it had begun to bleed. The husband and two other victims in the same cluster had all caught it from working in a research facility.
So her husband was fucking monkeys and behind her back. And then he came home, tried to monkey fuck her, and she didn't want it. But she had a cut on her finger. So she was like, hey, I got these sores. Let me put this sore cream on it. See, this is ridiculous.
That's not to say the risk isn't entirely zero to people. Even in the USA, a few years ago, the virus discovered to be widespread in a population of rhesus monkeys living in Florida's Silver Spring State Park.
Well, you know what? It's Florida, so what do you expect? And damn it, that was my...
So wait, Floridian monkeys have Chinese herpes? Wait, what now?
Yes.
That's what I gathered from that.
Here's the best advice I have for you. Leave them goddamn monkeys alone. There's no positive from any type of monkey, nothing.
No, there's not.
Planet of the Apes or otherwise.
They're trying to make Planet of the Apes, and they keep fucking around and giving us diseases. This is
one or the other.
This is how people go extinct and the monkeys take over. They give us diseases that work well with them, and then they take over the planet.
Okay,
that's simple. Planet of the Apes.
All right.
Joey, anything else on the stocking for this week, man?
Macaw. No.
Mars
yes.
of the Apes.
And finally, 2 fired police officers were sentenced for beating porcupines to death.
Oh my gosh.